Hi guys. Well, I just started doing meal planning about 2 weeks ago. I haven't shared with y'all yet because I didn't know if it was going to be successful or not. So I wanted to share with y'all my meal plan for this week. And this is something that I've been doing on Sunday to just sort of get ready for the week. I hadn't been like prepping anything or doing anything like that. Oh, and excuse me if my scratching my eyes a lot. They're so dry. They feel like sandpaper right now because I am just like having such bad allergies. It's like awful. But yeah, I wasn't prepping anything. I would just grab it the day of or, whatever. But this week I'm trying it a little bit different with simple prepping, not like hardcore prepping or anything like that. And this is basically just from my pantry, my freezers, my fridge, trying to use up what I have, make do with what I have on hand. We didn't really do big grocery shopping this week. We just did, or this weekend, we only went to the Dollar Tree. And we got a couple of things, just a few little things. And the weekend before, though, I discovered salvage grocery stores because I was watching a haul video from somebody, I don't remember who it was, a YouTube video. And so I thought that sounded interesting. They got some really amazing things. And so we went and we checked it out. And the owner was like so nice. And he came out and introduced himself to us. And just like, he was really kind and everything. And like said they'd been in business for like 20 years. And it was a very friendly, it was a very friendly place to be, So I really liked the that kind of atmosphere where the owner comes out and says hi and, introduces himself and stuff like that. It just seems like more family oriented or, something like that, I guess. So I think it's definitely somewhere we would go again. The only problem is it is about an hour away. Well, 45 minutes to an hour away, I guess. It's in Dallas, so we live out kind of far. So yeah. But we're thinking maybe like once a month, or we also go to Fort Worth and go to a 25-cent thrift and the Pay by the Pound Goodwill, which I love both of those stores. But we don't go that often to those. But I figure since the salvage grocery is pretty much on the way to that, we can hit up the thrift stores first and then hit up the salvage grocery and then head home. So whenever we plan a weekend, we'll make sure and like plan all of that accordingly and leave early enough to be able to hit all those places. I think that would be the best option. But again, it's probably not going to be for a while. We did stock up. We got such amazing deals. It's crazy. My husband found a box of these protein bars that were made with cricket protein powder, which is like, I'm not going to have any. But he looked up the retail price, and they're like $50 for a box, and we got them for like $5. He was like wishing we had got more, and was like, yeah, why get something you don't know if you're gonna like or not, but just because it's expensive normally, but But he turned out to really, really like them, so that was definitely a good deal. I'll tell you that much. And we got a lot of hamburger meat for like $2 a pound, which was like amazing, and lots of chicken for like $1 a pound, which is really good. And just like various different things that we wanted to try. So we're trying to like eat off of that stuff right now, and then we already had a nice stocked pantry and stuff, and we started shopping at Aldi's instead of Walmart and stuff like that, just to save money. So finding the salvage store is awesome because we can save some money shopping there instead of, paying full price for everything. And Aldi's is good too, of course. And Aldi's is closer. It's still about 15 minutes away from us. But, it's closer. So we're thinking maybe like once a month, or probably not even that often if we go out there to that salvage one. This is just like, it's kind of far, but it's a nice store. So I would definitely go more often if it was closer. But anyways, let me get back to my meal plan. So for this week, I got breakfast breakfasts are basically going to be, I don't really plan out the breakfasts and the lunches individually. I'm more like just the dinners is my focus, because breakfasts and lunches are real simple for me. Like, it's either leftovers, sandwiches, or smoothies. Breakfasts are going to be smoothies this week. Lunches are smoothies, sandwiches, or leftovers. Usually I make enough for my husband to have leftovers to take. And also I prep a whole bunch of sandwiches. Like, he had like 5 loaves or 6 loaves worth of sandwiches already made and ready to go in the freezer. So he could just grab some and go to work, and if there wasn't enough leftovers the night before, or wasn't any leftovers, or whatever the case, he has sandwiches in the freezer. I think we're down to 3 loaves, which will still last a little while before I need to make some more, but that'll probably be something I'll be doing next shopping trip, is get enough stuff to make more sandwiches for him. But I figured that was actually a real good time saver, money saver, because then he doesn't go out to eat. He doesn't grab something quick and fast because there was no leftovers. He eats those sandwiches and he has them ready to go by the time lunch rolls around. They're defrosted and good. So that's like an awesome money saver right there. So if you got kids, or if you got husbands that need quick lunches, or even for yourself, obviously I'm a housewife, so that's, what I do. But yeah, freeze your sandwiches. They'll be defrosted by lunchtime. Good to go. And then he has condiments at his work, so I don't put condiments because I don't think the mayonnaise or whatever would freeze very well. It might make it soggy when it's defrosted. So I leave it condiment free. It's just bread, cheese, meat, bread. And then I put them in those little cheapy fold over sandwich bags, and then I just stick them back in the loaf, the plastic wrap loaf of bread, and put those in the freezer, close them up, seal them, make sure all the air is out as best as possible, and then they're ready to go. Just grab and go. He has access to a fridge at work too, so he can even just take a whole loaf and stick it in the fridge and have them for several days. So that works out nicely too. Especially if he has to work late. It's nice to have something extra. So for dinners, one of the things that we bought at that salvage grocery was hamburgers. They had a good quality meat, I think it was. I don't remember exactly what it was called. But they were like $3, and you got 4 hamburgers, which the weekend before we had gotten a package of the already hamburger. They're the raw ones, but they're already shaped out for you. Because I don't like touching raw meat. I'm just weird. but those were $5, and we got 4 burgers. These were better quality beef, and they looked fine. They didn't have that discoloration that sometimes older meat gets. They weren't expired. There was nothing wrong with them. We just wrapped some extra plastic wrap around them and stuck them in our freezers. So I took one of those out already to defrost, and we're gonna have that. I'm gonna serve that with tater tots and a beef rice-a-roni. And also, I'm going to cook up a bag of some rice. We have a little bit in a bag that I want to use up because I poured it in a big glass jar so it'll stay fresher or whatever. But I want to use up that bit that's in the bag. So I'm going to cook that up as well and use it throughout the week. I don't know how much exactly it's going to end up with, but I'll use a little of that. I can always throw some in to make a little bit more of the rice-a-roni, bulk it up a little bit, whatever. And then Tuesday, I'm going to take out some boneless, skinless chicken breasts, and I'm going to bake those in the oven with some barbecue sauce. And I'm going to serve them with a can of barbecue beans and broccoli cheddar rice. Any leftover barbecue beans are going to be used for the Wednesday meal. I might make a plate for my husband for lunch, and then whatever's left over will go into Wednesday's meal. But I'm going to serve that with crescent rolls, because we also have several things of crescent rolls that I haven't used up. I always end up getting crescent rolls or biscuits in the can, and then I forget about them in my refrigerator and end up using them after they've expired, which they're actually still fine. I've used I've used them so many times after they've expired, and they're still fine, so I'm not going to even worry about that. I mean, it really just depends on how expired. Like, if it's a week or two, it's not really gonna, oh, my eyes hurt so much. I have no drops or anything, and I'm not gonna go to the store in the middle of the night. But, yeah, so I'm gonna use up one of the crescent roll thingies and cook that with the chicken for Tuesday's meal. And then Wednesday, I'll take any leftover barbecue beans and another can of barbecue beans that I get from the Dollar Tree. I have a nice big can of like this barbecue bean. I don't know the brand or anything. It's like a Dollar Tree thing. But we've tried them once before or twice before, and we ended up liking them. The first time we just got the one can to try them because, you know, sometimes stuff might not be that good. But we both really liked them, so we were surprised, and we were like, "Oh, these are pretty good." Instead of paying like $1.65 to $2 or more at like Walmart, which is the typical price for those big cans of the nice like barbecue beans or brown sugar beans or honey barbecue beans, or, you know, they have so many varieties. But, you know, if you want more variety, then yeah, you'd have to go there. But if you just want something simple and save some money, Dollar Tree has these barbecue beans for you. You can serve them with stuff, or you can, what I do is I'm going to take half a pound. We got the big log of hamburger meat several weeks ago, and we cut that up into like little half-pound portions because, again, there's only 2 of us, so we don't need that much hamburger meat and stuff. And I always stretch out my meat. Like, I don't make just the meat and the sides typically. I typically make something that it goes into or mixes with or stuff like that. So I always stretch out my meat. So if I had a bunch of kids running around, I'd probably be able to easily feed them because we always have so much leftovers. I'm just really good at like stretching it out. So we're going to make the barbecue beans, which I'm going to take the leftovers, if there are any, and there might not be any. But I'm going to open up another can as well, and then half a pound of hamburger meat. I'll probably add some dried onion because I don't have any fresh onion, some garlic, sometimes I add a can of potatoes or you know, fresh potatoes if you have them. We just used up the rest of our fresh potatoes. They were starting to go bad, so I used them up this last week, and we got those done, which was good because, you know, throwing away nice potatoes would have sucked. But but yeah, I mean, I got them all used up. I made a few different potato dishes with them, but I also like to have a couple of cans on hand. Just, you know, they're good to throw in different like stews or like my barbecue beans. And then I add some barbecue sauce. Yes, a little extra barbecue sauce, some water to sort of thin it out a little bit. And then I'm going to try red beans. I honestly don't remember if we've ever had red beans or not, but I'm going to throw a can of red beans in here too. I'll probably rinse them and drain them. I usually add black beans or kidney beans or pinto beans, or, you know, I've made it so many different times with different, you know, it always comes out different every time. It's one of those kind of dishes. I'm going to try the red beans this time. And like I said, I don't know if we've tried them, so I'm hoping that they're going to be good. And then I just cook that until the potatoes are obviously nice and tender and everything's cooked through and flavorful. I cook the hamburger meat first before I add anything else. So cook the hamburger meat up, and then you add all the other stuff. And then obviously if you have fresh onion, that would probably be a lot yummier. And or even like green pepper or stuff like that. But right now we don't have any fresh stuff, like fresh veggies or fruits or anything like that. We have I have dried stuff and frozen stuff, so we'll be using that right now because, again, just cooking off the pantry and out of the freezer and trying to use up what we got. And with that, I'm going to serve cornbread. And one of the things I was making in the beginning of the week is going to be rice. If there's enough rice, we can put a little rice in the bowl and then put the bean mixture on top and eat it like that. Might be good. And I was going to throw in a can of corn in the cornbread mix. I don't think I have all the ingredients to make that really yummy cornbread casserole thing. Or I don't know if that's what it's called. Where they put like cream cheese and like cream of corn, whole corn. I've made it a couple times, but I can't remember for sure if that's the right name. But, oh, it's so good. It's more of a holiday thing, though. But I figured just adding a can of corn in the cornbread would probably be good. And we don't have fresh milk, so I'm using a shelf-stable milk. So I'm going to open that up, and I'll use it throughout the week for a couple different things. So we got that at Dollar Tree as well, which will still be the first time trying it. We haven't tried it before, but for $1 for like a box of milk, that's not bad at all. And then Thursday is going to be really simple. We're going to have mac and cheese with tuna, and if there's any leftovers from the other days, we can have that as like side dishes to go with the mac and cheese. That's always been like something that I grew up on, and my husband happens to love it. Like just simple mac and cheese and tuna. And we got the mac and cheese at Dollar Tree as well, and the tuna. They had like the bigger cans for $1, which is pretty good. It was a good deal. They had the small cans, but then they also had the bigger cans. Same exact brand. It was only $1. And then the mac and cheese, they have that good one that has the creamy cheese sauce, and it's only $1 compared to like if you go to Walmart or something, you're gonna pay like $1.35, $1.50, maybe $2. And it's the same stuff. I mean, really, unless you're like a brand fanatic or whatever, it's gonna be fine. It's not gonna taste any different. It's like, I do like my Kraft mac and cheese at times, but I did find a really amazing deal a couple of weeks ago at the 99-cent store. They had it 2 for $1, so I stocked up and got like $5 worth, so I got like 10 boxes. So I have a lot of that, but that's not what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use the Dollar Tree box that has the creamy cheese, because I'm trying to use, again, what I have, and the regular kind needs more milk and butter and all that. This one doesn't need any of that stuff because it's already got the creamy cheese sauce, so you don't really need to add milk or anything. But, I mean, depending on how much milk I'm going to need for everything else, if I need to, I can add a little bit of that shelf-stable milk, but I'm going to try to extend it for the week, because we only did buy the one. And I'm going to make a couple of items that I know will need it. I don't remember if cornbread needs it or not. I haven't made cornbread in like a long time, actually. But I just get the little Jiffy box. So that's what I'm going to be making, is the little Jiffy box of cornbread. For Friday, I'm going to be making chicken fried chicken, which the chicken that we got at that salvage grocery, we got 20 pounds worth for $20, and we got a variety of chicken patties, chicken nuggets, chicken strips, and I think chicken wings, but not, but I think they're boneless. I'm pretty sure they're boneless because we don't really like the bone-in chicken wings. And we've already had the chicken patties for several meals, and they are really good. They're actually like real chicken breasts. They're not like that grinded up pink slime stuff. They're taste really good. The flavor's good. The meat looks good. It's really good. So that was definitely a good buy. I'm glad that we got that. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to actually fry them. I don't fry that. I stick them in the oven and then do like 10 minutes and then flip them and then 10 more minutes. And I'm going to serve that with a jar of gravy. I think I might buy some powdered gravy, or I've never made gravy, like homemade gravy. So I'm not sure about doing that. But we already have jars of gravy on hand, because I bought some when they were, I think, on sale during Christmas time, the holidays and all that. So I'm going to use one of those to serve over that, and I'm going to make boxed mashed potatoes, which they're not my favorite, but we did already use up all the potatoes that we had, the real potatoes. Adding actually a little bit of cheese to your boxed mashed potatoes makes them taste like so much better, so I'll probably end up doing that. We do have a big bag of cheddar that I'll probably incorporate into a couple of these things. But yeah, even just a small little smidgen of cheese in your in your boxed mashed potatoes will make it taste so much better. And then I'm going to do a bag of the steamable corn with that. I love those like steam bags of corn. They're so good. And we have like a whole bunch of them. I usually get them when they're on sale as well. And then Saturday, we got this big box of, my husband likes the ham loaf, I think is what it's called. It's like a slice of ham with the little dots of cheese in it. I think that's what it's called. Don't quote me on that. But they had a big box of it, like at the salvage store for really, really cheap, like maybe $1 a package or something. So we went ahead and got that because normally it's like $3 or something. It's kind of on the pricey side if you buy it like at the regular grocery store. So I thought that was a really, really good deal. So we went ahead and bought a big box of it, and we just stuck them in the freezer. So what I'll do the day before I'm going to make this, or a day or two before I make this, I'm going to go ahead and take one package out to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ham, and instead of making regular sandwiches, I'm going to cut up in little chunks the sandwich meat, and I'm going to add like a handful of cheddar cheese. And I was thinking about maybe even a couple of hard-boiled eggs and some Miracle Whip. We're Miracle Whip people. We don't really like mayonnaise. Some Miracle Whip, maybe a little honey mustard would be good. Some salt and pepper. And I was just going to like mix it up all together, like sort of I don't know, like you would do with like a tuna salad or chicken salad, but it's going to be like a ham salad, I guess. And we'll serve that on toasted bread, and we can have that with chips. Or, again, if there's any leftovers that we want to use up, we can serve on the side with our sandwich. So that's Saturday. And that's pretty simple, too, which is nice. I like to keep it simple on the weekends. And then Sunday, we're going to do frozen pizzas or leftovers. Or, well, combination, because we do need lunch and dinner and breakfast, I guess. And then I wrote my little note. Try to use up what we have on hand. Plus, remember to clean out freezer. Make plates for lunches of leftovers. If there's an excess of leftovers, freeze for another day. That is something I've learned with the menu planning the past 2 weeks. I don't remember the first week, though, for sure, if I had a lot of waste. Unfortunately, this past week, though, there was a lot of waste. We did eat it several times, the food that I, meal planned and made and all that. But there's unfortunately going to be quite a bit of waste because some of the things I was trying to use up before they went bad and stuff like that, and I just didn't know how much we were going to eat or how many times we were going to want to eat it. So I didn't freeze anything ahead of time. But now, this week, I'm going to try to be more prepared. And just make a plate or two for lunches. I always make sure he has his lunch, because if I'm going to be home, I can, have whatever. I can make myself something. Doesn't matter. So, I'll make either 1 or 2 plates, and if there's more than that, then whatever's left over, I'm going to start freezing, and I'll make sure and put a little label on it. And I've seen the other YouTubers make like big pots of soup with little scraps here and there. I was watching one video, I think yesterday, about that. So I don't know, I could do something like that, or just, use it for whatever, like a smorgasbord day where you take out all the little leftovers from the freezer and you just like, okay, I'll have this, a little of this, a little of this, and, or make it into a soup. Or a casserole, or whatever. And then another thing that I did for like my little meal prep was put a little basket, and I put my pantry items in it, and I put that in the kitchen. I might have said that earlier though, but it's on note here at the end. So I keep grabbing my throat. I don't know why I'm weird. That's it. That's my menu plan for the for this coming week. And here's my little cute little unicorn. Unicorns are real, guys. See, it says so right here, so it must be true, right? Okay, well, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos, y'all. I'll see you next time. Bye.